of the giant, out of sight, out of mind, the blind leading the blind leading the blind, the sign of the giant, out of sight, out of mind, the blind leading the
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you didn't know. What can I tell you? You should have known. It's Value Wrestling. I'm here with the big man, Mr. Z, the medium-sized man, the big time. We are here with your SmackDown post-show review. We hope you have checked out the newest podcast. If you weren't here last night to check out the IWCP, the independent wrestling community, where we talk about all the independent wrestling companies that we can think of, find out about, and get information about. Get it out to you so you know where you can catch some of the best independent wrestling action you can. Again, if you're an independent wrestler or an independent wrestling company, please reach out to us so we can help promote you, promote your show, or even get you on the channel. What is up, Esteban? How you doing? Welcome to the party, lottie dottie. We're going to talk about SmackDown. And who is your tribal chief? Mr. Z, how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. That's just enough said. I'm gonna enjoy another weekend of nothingness, only to turn around and get busy once
Gonna
again.
get busy.
because
Gonna
of
get
the
busy.
right.
We are we are 2 days away. We're like 9 days, 8 days away from SPW's Still Hungry event at the SPW Arena in Elk Grove, California, at the World Soccer Indoor Arena there. It's going to be a blast. Still Hungry is going to be a fun time. Some great matches already set up. And we get to have the very first interview with the newest SPW superstar of El Paso, Texas, Mexi Macho Tortuga. We are going to get him before the show. I hope we get to maybe get with all of the appeal and get theirs, because that should be some great stuff coming up. And then 2 weeks from tomorrow, or next. No, let's see, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 9th, and then we go next Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Ugly Dojo, Vacaville, California. Ugly Dojo's big event. That's going to be a fun time. Also, we thank you for being here, joining the chat, joining the conversation so we can keep this party lively. We're going to break down SmackDown for you right here on the Value of Wrestling. Anyways, we get a recap of Crown Jewel before we see Roman Reigns walking to the ring with Jimmy Uso in tow. He gets on the mic before he gets cut off by Jey Uso, who comes out. Jey says you need to hear him out, and out comes Sammy, the crowd champ, Sammy Uso. Sammy fired up, getting everybody excited, telling Roman that he loves him and he's cracking. The crowd wants him to hug it out. Sammy just wants Roman to apologize, and Roman goes, "Do you want me to apologize to you?" And Sammy tells him, "No, not to me, to Jey." Roman goes, "I'm sorry to Jey that I ever let you think this guy matters." Da 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 da. And basically doesn't apologize. Sammy leaves the ring. Jey leaves the ring, and Roman Reigns about to find himself alone without a island or a tribe to lead when he calls out Solo Sikoa, only to get answered by Jacob Fatu in an amazing promo package. Jacob Fatu killing it in this opening segment. This opening segment was hot. It was great. It was very entertaining. Something's up. What's up? Oh, we have an emergency phone call here, so we're going to have to do a second here. But yes, Solo Sikoa didn't come out. Jacob Fatu telling Roman Reigns that the only way to do it is to wait until Solo is ready, that he's not going to come out at the whim of Roman Reigns. So, great opening segment, hot opening segment here. very entertaining. And I thought it was a great way to open the show. Roman out here, you're thinking Sammy and Roman might work things out. Doesn't necessarily end that way. And as we learn throughout the next part, Roman kind of isolates himself and is on an island all alone, leaving himself without a tribe to lead. It's going to be very interesting as we progress through the show how this is going to go and how this is going to play out. Yes. What is everybody's thoughts on Roman Reigns as we lead into Survivor Series, also we lead into War Games? Should Roman apologize? Should Roman gotten all back together? It's going to get interesting right here. But yes, that's how we open this show. Mr. Z, how do you feel about the way this show opened?
I told you off air. I was like, it started off hot. I mean, it got the crowd into it. They don't know what's going to happen. First off, we love you, Jacob, but
We love you, Jacob. Do it right.
yeah, but it's just it got everyone wondering what's going to happen. War Games is right around the corner. Is this really going to happen? You know, it left everyone on the edge of their seat, and that's about where you needed to be to let this simmer, because Triple H is good at it. Just let it cook, folks. Just let it cook.
No, it's good, solid stuff, and a great way to open the show. We go in the back. Bailey's walking through. She's going to take on Candice LeRae. We go to commercial. When we come back, this is when Roman runs into Jay again, and Jay trying to talk some sense into Roman about, hey, let's talk. Roman's like, I don't got to talk to you. It starts to walk away. Jay grabs Roman. Roman's not too happy about this and tells him to go find Sammy if he's so worried about him. Then Jimmy kind of gets into it with Roman. Roman tells him to go find his brother. And Roman, Jay told Roman, that's your one pass. I told you not to be like this. That's your one pass. Roman on an island by himself at the moment. Bailey, Candice.
Well, yeah,
go ahead.
Real quick, I'm gonna piggyback that. Well, that's what it is. It's Roman. I don't think Roman understands that he's no longer a leader. He's no longer the tribal chief, so to speak. As much as he is telling himself he's the only tribal chief right now, that's not him. So he wants to make amends with his boys. He's got to sit there and let everyone be equal rather than the one in charge.
Yes. Anyways, up first, we got Bailey versus Candice LeRae. A solid match here. Of course, Bailey gets the big overcoming here. The big commentary thing was the big story between Candice LeRae and Bailey as they started out, giving all the love to Bailey wrestling in the California area and her closest ally, the mentor kind of relationship her and Candice had. Great story here. Candice tries to fake an injury only to get rolled up by Bailey for the 1, 2, 3. The match went 8 minutes, 1 second. A solid match. I mean, it wasn't the prettiest match, but it was a solid match. Can't get mad at Bailey and Candice LeRae.
Well, they talk about Bailey. Bailey's out of big time wrestling, out of the Newark area. Candice LeRae, Southern California, Pro Championship Hollywood Wrestling. So yeah, they've crossed paths more than a handful of times that I remember. I do remember seeing Candice LeRae more in the Valley as far as SPW and the other independents that were here at one point. So yeah, I love the history lesson. I do love that they're doing that. Triple H is awesome for making sure that the world knows where they started and there's some history. I hope someone's taking notes because that's what you do. You don't tell your fans to Google it.
No. Anyways, we go into the back where the Motor City Machine Guns are warming up. Johnny Gargano is out here to trade pleasantries. He's talking up the Motor City Machine Guns, giving them all the love, and telling them how much Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are punchable. They just have punchable faces, how much fun it is to punch to them. As the Guns walk off, Tommaso Ciampa walks over and complains to Johnny about how it should be them. Why is he over here talking to them? And Ciampa wants to make an example out of their opponents tonight and walks off. And then we cut over to see Randy Orton marching, and I mean marching through the arena to the ringside area. Everybody in shock because we didn't think Randy would be here after the beatdown from Crown Jewel, but after the break, we get Randy Orton in the ring. Randy has the mic and he wants to end things with Kevin Owens right now. so he can beat him down. He calls out Owen. Owens is at the top of the ramp, but officials are here to keep them apart. Finally, Owens takes out the officials, march down to the ring, and they go at it, only for Owens to eventually use the banned power driver, which the commentary made a big deal about. Even Michael Cole going as far as after Owens dropped Randy on his neck, his already injured neck, and talking about why the move is banned, the power driver. He's even like, why do we keep re-showing the replays? Cody Rhodes was out here. He would leave with Randy Orton on the stretcher. Randy was carted off to an ambulance, off to a hospital with Cody Rhodes. And then we come back to recap everything. And we were talking about how dangerous Owens is. This was the Owens that Triple H was warning Randy Orton about. They're letting this really cook and really letting this heat up to a whole new level. Gotta love it. They're elevating Kevin Owens' level even higher than he's been before, and Randy Orton. Ooh, this is good stuff.
The band pile driver. That band is as old as time, and the fact that they went back to it is beautiful. Folks, know your history. I mean, that stipulation is as old as time. Talking about the era of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, my man with the most beautiful pile driver. So, yeah, I like that. That made sense, and Cole selling it like $1 million. I love it.
Yes. Up next, Pretty Deadly, Kit Wilson and Elton Prince. Not out here selling any musicals this week. They take on DIY's Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, or I should say it was Pretty Deadly against Tommaso Ciampa, because Ciampa jumps Prince at the bell, stomps the heck out of him, then kicks him out of the ring. Ciampa runs wild on Prince, slams his head into the announce table over and over and over and over and over. I didn't know if we were going to get a 10 count as he just power driven it. I just slapped his head into it. Johnny tries to get Ciampa to focus on the wrestling. Ciampa then launches Wilson into the timekeeper area, then rams Prince into the steps a few times. Gargano looks totally distressed and wants Ciampa to tag him. Prince gets in the ring. Ciampa ignores the tag. Hits a fairy tale ending. This was a spaghetti squash match for sure. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Tommaso Ciampa beating Pretty Deadly all on his own in just a Tommaso Ciampa Black Heart type of way. Ciampa walks out. Johnny Gargano chasing him down, trying to get him to cool down. Very interesting story that we're writing here.
Well, history is definitely going to repeat itself, and if this is the Tommaso Ciampa that we're going to get, I'm looking forward to it because the pandemic kind of hurt that one, and it was so good. Now it just needs to be in front of fans. I'm all for it for that one.
Anyways, after the break, we find out they're going to get Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair against Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. We do see Roman Reigns sitting in a room by himself, twitching and making his faces. In the back, Candice LeRae walks and mutters to herself. Tiffany Stratton finds her and mocks her. Nia Jax comes and asks if Tiffany's got the match made tonight. Tiffany makes the sell for the match. Candice brings up that if she had been there for Jax, she would have won at Crown Jewel. Jax just tells Tiffany this plan better work, and they head out. So we get Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. At one point, Candice LeRae tries to come out to interfere, knocking Belair off the top rope. Tiffany then hits a double stomp, but yells at Candice to get lost, only for Naomi to run down to attack. Things break down on the floor. Jade levels Jax with a super kick, then Belair hits Tiffany with the KOD to get the win. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair win at 9 minutes, 25 seconds. Solid match between all four of these women. Going to be interesting to see where they go with this.
Well, yeah, and then I mean, I feel bad for Candice LeRae. It's almost like now she has nothing. Her partner in crime's gone. This is going to end up kind of lost in the shuffle for a little bit till they figure out what to do with her. This made no sense, but the outcome was the outcome. It was the right outcome. I didn't feel like it needed all that.
No, it was what a match needed to be. We got what we had to get out of there, and we are where we are. Up next, a tag team title match, or not the tag team title, but a opportunity, I think, for A-Town Down Under. They are taking on the Motor City Machine Guns, and we got a classic match with Motor City Machine Guns, Skull and Bones for the win. 1, 2, 3. The match went 10 minutes, 33 seconds. It's a good tag team match. The Motor City Machine Guns are your winners. They celebrate in the ring. Good, solid match. Waller, in theory, I know a lot of people want to see them do something other than keep jobbing out, but hey, time will come.
Well, I mean, they're like it's been stated they have been presented as New Japan Young Boys, taking the losses and just keep taking the losses, and it's not hurting them, but it builds for when they finally get a big win. It's a big deal.
Yes.
So I'm all for it. Motor Machine Guns looking strong as they should, getting them ready for whatever's next on that at that playing field for them.
We see the Guns celebrate. Then we get a shot of Roman still upset alone before we head to break. As we come back from break, we get a recap of Crown Jewel. We get an update that Randy is at the hospital and being evaluated for cervical injuries. We then see the Motor City Machine Guns in the back walking with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano walk up to say they want what's next only to be cut up by the Street Profits. The Profits are getting a tag team title next week. Champ is about to blow a gasket and storms off, and they're going to wrestle, and they're happy to do this. So we're going to get the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns. No time off for the Guns in this
That's not
company.
Yeah, and that's solid. It seemed like the Street Profits are still trying to be a little more serious, which I'm totally for, but you know, that's been gone a long time ago.
Anyways, we get Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis had revealed earlier today that he had a big announcement. Sean Ross Sapp said everybody would be really happy with this big announcement. They did really well to keep this announcement under wraps. Not a lot of people were hearing about it, but Nick Aldis reveals via a video screen that the WWE has revealed the newest title in WWE, a deserving time. I think this will help out. But they revealed the women's U.S. title. So yes, the women's division getting a secondary title in the U.S. women's title. The U.S. or the women's title in NXT, the North American women's title has done great things to help get those next ones there. Just like the Intercontinental title used to be back in the day. Both brands, Raw and SmackDown, needing Intercontinental and U.S. titles because it was the middle title. It was usually the title that would help build the next guy to the World Championship. And the women's division needs this because there's a lot of women's division. You can really build up the women's division, having a first-hand and a second-hand title, and do it right, unlike some other company where the titles are all equal and you never know whose title is more valuable. Here, at least, WWE will keep them in a precedence where the U.S. title should be an elevator to the WWE Women's WWE Championship. And I'm sure that means we're probably going to get a Women's Intercontinental title reveal on Raw, this coming Raw. So yeah, but this could be great. I'm excited for this. A U.S. women's title is a great thing. This gives more women an opportunity to shine. This is where Chelsea Green can finally pick up a title and be somewhere she deserves. Piper Niven, Candice LeRae, not just a speed champion, but a U.S. women's champion. And the list goes on and on and on. You could put a lot of people with this title.
That's true, and I was actually saying it'd be great if Chelsea Green was your first ever women's U.S. champion, but just because of how she's been presented on her own and how she
Yeah.
holds herself right now. But yeah, no, they've got plenty of women in that division. A lot of these women need to be showcased a little more. Why not have a workhorse title that gets them to that next level, gets the fans behind them, and then builds for a solid main event when they're ready to take that spot?
This would be a solid title for not Candice, Chelsea Green to get. I think Chelsea Green, I'm all for it. Chelsea Green to be the first U.S. women's champion. I think this would be a great belt for her. And could you imagine her being the Karen with the U.S. title? It would be perfect.
Such
I would hands down say my first vote would be Chelsea Green for U.S. Women's Champion. I think she's worked hard and deserves it.
Yeah, no, that is that's why I said I was like, I mean, I was joking with the missus about it, but I mean, I was actually half serious that she should be that one to take it first. It makes so much sense. And then of course to have Piper Niven as the muscle, presented as the muscle, a lot better than Raquel. It's all good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got some breaking news coming out of New Japan Pro Wrestling, a big event tonight. Matches being announced left, right, and sideways as they build in to the next major event. Not only wrestle something, they have something Wrestle Dynasty, I think this is their multi-project, but let's talk about Wrestle Kingdom, a double title match. The AEW International Championship will be on the line, and the never openweight title will be on the line when Shingo Takagi takes on Takeshna
Yeah.
at Wrestle Kingdom. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and mind you, that never belt. Like I said, I've even stated it on the rebound. I'm very, very prone to that belt only because I've seen it defended so many times live. I feel like that's my go-to workhorse belt. Yeah, Shingo and Takeshita, that's gonna be a lot of hard hitting action for you.
You ready to take some chops from those boys?
You're asking me like I'm taking a chop from Eddie Kingston because look who he's learned from.
Well,
These are those guys.
I think we have to do everything in our power someday with your wife there to get you at Eddie Kingston choppy.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be yeah,
That's a chop that you almost have to take for the wifey there, don't you?
Oh yeah, and it would be. I'd gladly take it. I just know how I'd feel afterwards. Someone's taking me. Someone's feeding me.
Anyway, anyways, from there we find out Nia Jax. Go ahead.
Here you go. I have to do this one. Someone just went and we're talking about who you acknowledging. This person can't be on air tonight, but they just sent me a thing saying they are acknowledging Tongaloa as their tribal chief. Yes, homie, I got you.
Somebody's
They're at work right now. They can't listen.
They're acknowledging.
They're at work right now.
And do you have another work buddy that's probably acknowledging Nia Jax as their tribal chief?
Oh yeah, and I just seen him the other day. That's no, we're not going to talk about him.
So you have a work buddy acknowledging Tama Tonga. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd at least acknowledge Jacob too. I mean, we
do. What value of wrestling?
We're slowly being brought into the tribe. I mean, we've already had Jacob Fatu on the channel. We've had Journey Fatu on the channel. We've met and greeted and had the privilege to be around Rikishi. Who knows who's next? Zilla.
Oh, no.
Can we get Zilla on the channel? That would be. Anyways,
I've already mentioned that. Please.
Speaking of Nia Jax, next week she should defend the women's title against Naomi, and the Machine Guns will take on the Street Profits with their tag team titles on the line. In the back, here comes Jacob Fatu because we are getting the undisputed tribal chief acknowledgement ceremony for Solo Sikoa. Solo comes out, is on the mic, and offers Buffalo the chance to acknowledge him. They boo him, and then Roman's music hits. Roman comes out. Roman thinks about it and then asks Buffalo to acknowledge if they acknowledge Solo. Solo gets booed. Well, that means neither does Roman, and Roman won't ever acknowledge Solo. He's here to challenge Solo one-on-one. Winner is the only tribal chief. Solo then laughs at him and says he doesn't need to fight Roman. He's already the tribal chief. In fact, Roman can't become a chief without a tribe behind him. Instead, how about Solo challenges Roman to find 4 people to team with him that will team up against them in War Games. Roman wants confirmation of War Games, but only sees a 4 on Solo's side. Solo counts for Roman that the four of them, but says the fifth guy is his dog, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes up and he walks out to the ramp, but he is in the ring. Roman gets jumped and Solo trash talks him. Sami telling him that Sami kicked Roman on purpose, but here comes the Usos to come out and save Roman down, but the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu handles Jimmy and Jay. Solo goes for the Samoan spike on Roman and then looks up the ramp to see Sami, tells Sami to come down and kick Roman's head off. Sami sets up for a Huluba kick, but takes Solo's head off. Fatu's in to attack, but Roman shows up and takes him out. Sami together handles himself. Roman sets for a spear on Solo, which connects to a thunderous reaction. Sami and Roman have a stare down before Jimmy and Jay pose with the one finger. Roman and Sami still have this tension, and then they have an agreement briefly as they both point up to put the ones in the air. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. And it does look like we are going to have War Games 5-on-5 is what we're selling here. So each team, I'm assuming, is going to have a mystery man, a backup, a surprise. I think there's more to it. I don't think we're going to get just the 4-on-4. The 4-on-4 is great, but I think that we have a 5-on-5. We're going to get surprises here. Where does Roman Reigns stand in this? We know Hikuleo signed to the company. Lance Anoa'i just signed to the company. Zilla Fatu's been kind of up in the air. What's going on with him? Who could maybe show up and align with each side? I think we're going to get 5-on-5. I just have a feeling they set it up for 5-on-5 tonight. I don't think they're going to go back on it, and 5-on-5 makes it more interesting. Maybe both teams have a surprise add-on. Maybe one team tells and the other one doesn't have a big surprise. We're going to have to see.
Well, you talk about 5-on-5, and I mean, just the massacre that can occur with both of these teams. You want to talk about how was he say, like a tribal rule street fight is what Roman likes to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's all these boys in there. It's just it's gonna be a massacre, and I'm sign me up. I'm gonna enjoy watching this.
And Survivor Series course being on November 30th in Vancouver, British Columbia. So we still got some weeks between now and then. Even AEW's Full Gear will go on air on the 23rd. Before that, of course, we'll be at Ugly Dojo's event on November 23rd, that Saturday. We'll be doing the Ugly Dojo event. That'll be a lot of fun.
But yeah, anything to get to see up and coming talent, fresh talent, new talent, getting to know everybody, because and then as our good friend the Dark Fox would say.
Yes, if you know, you know, and you need to know, and it's going to get very interesting as we get going forward.
I'm like writing this down on my calendar right now.
Yes, things are going to get busy and hectic around here. November 17th, SPW, Oak Grove, California, the World Indoor Soccer Arena. November 23rd, Ugly Dojo, Vacaville, California. Also the same night, Full Gear will be going down. November 30th is going to be Survivor Series, and then there's somebody else's event is on November 30th, but I forget whose event we talked about. If you want to know that event, go watch the IWCP podcast that we did live last night, where we reviewed a lot of the independent wrestling companies and what they're doing and what's going on with them. And then December 8th, we're going to be in Roseville, California. What's up, Ghost? This is for you. We're going to be up in Roseville, California at Barrios Toys in Roseville, California with the meet and greet of Lucha Santa. Come out and meet Lucha Santa. It's going to be a fun time. Check out the, I don't have the link for the description on that one in the link.
Oh, wow. Check the TikTok, folks. Check the TikTok, because we got a video up there for you, too.
Yes.
But yes, we'll have to shoot the link for Barrios Toys. Lucha Santa, bring the kids. Meet Lucha Santa, get some free stuff. I mean, kids love Santa Claus. It's about that time.
Yes, December 8th, Saturday, December 8th. in Roseville at Barrios Toys. You're going to get the chance to meet Lucha Santa. I'm trying to find the link for that. Some kind. Let's see. There's at least the poster. Barrios Toys gives back. Bring in the familia for a picture with Lucha Santa and free toys for the children. We will be giving out toys until we run out. Please share with any families you know who could use some gifts for their children this holiday season. If you'd like to help by donating a toy, we could use toys for girls. Feel free to DM a whole list of people. I'm going to drop this link in the description so you folks can find it and get connected with that, or come out if you need to some help this holiday season. There is never anything wrong with asking for some help. And
Yes.
it's a great way.
Oh yeah. No, that's gonna be fun. I mean, all the kids having a blast. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna take someone's sitting on Santa's lap. It ain't gonna be me, but
You know what? You know what? I have a question. Ladies and gentlemen. We have 4. Could we get number 5? I mean, could Lucha Santa sign his name into the Choppy Hall of Fame on December 8th? And you never know. It's a holly jolly choppy. It's the perfect time of the year.
Right here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Them boys is hitting all the meat. Man. It's all meat. I'm like, good God, man. This is
At least you can still walk after each and every one you taken. But hey, who knows who will sign up? We got a lot of shows. We got SPW Still Hungry coming up. The newest start of SPW, Texi Macho Tortuga is going to be there.
Yep.
Maybe he signs his name. Maybe he shows up and signs his name as the 5th member of the Choppy Hall of Fame. Maybe there's somebody else we can talk to. Who knows? Then we're going to Ugly Dojo. Maybe we do a Choppy there. There are going to be a lot of big names there. So, I mean, you don't know who. And maybe we get Journey. Maybe we get Journey to give you a chop. We got Chupacabra. Maybe it's time to ask Journey. Maybe it's time to see how oozy you are, big dog.
Hey, as long as it's one at a time, we ain't doing the doubles because that's reserved for only one tag team. If they still want a piece of that action,
yes.
Who knows when we might see them?
And who knows? I know you've thrown out a couple names. I know 2 big names with SPW that you'd be interested in. One is kind of a hard trying to catch up with him because he slips in and slips out. Mustafa Saeed. But who knows? Maybe the SPW's undefeated, reigning, undisputed 400 plus days, something like that. We got to be close to that. Maybe the Dark Fox will step up and sign on to it and give you a chop of all chops. You never know.
That'd be a good send off for him the day he's ready to go.
That's true.
He ain't gonna be around much longer.
That's true.
Not with this kind of a noise he's making.
And if you want to know, you need to know. Come out to SPW November 17th, Elk Grove, California, the World Indoor Soccer Arena, Kent Street in Elk Grove, California. If you find Kent Street in Elk Grove, California, it's right off of Elk Grove Boulevard, Kent Street. You just keep going. The sign will say Indoor Soccer Arena to the left. You'll follow that little road to the round. There'll be a big metal building, a big warehouse-like building to your right. You'll drive around to the front side. The door will be there. It opens at 4:30. Bell rings at 5 p.m. Tickets are $20 for adults, $15 for kids, 10 and under. This is your canned food drive event, so make sure you bring out some canned food drive, non-perishable food. Let's stack up some trucks. Let's load them up. And ladies and gentlemen, if you can't go out to this show but would love to donate, anybody who would love to donate, please reach out to us. We will meet and pick up food, anything you want to donate. Let's make some plans. Let's get together. Let us know. If you can't come out to the show, let us, come to you maybe, and we can pick up some stuff. if you live nearby or if you live on the way. So, I mean, Modesto, Turlock, Ceres, Manteca, Ripon, we can probably get out to Patterson, Newman if we had to, Tracy if we needed to, Lathrop, French Camp, Stockton, Linden. I mean, anywhere on the way. Elk Grove. If you're in Elk Grove, just come over to the building. Even if you don't want to stay for the wrestling show, you can come out to Elk Grove, Sacramento. I mean, if you guys want to help donate, we're going to call everybody we know. We're going to try and get everybody we know to help support us to bring some canned food. Mr. Z, I know, is going to call some people up he knows to give some canned foods to help us. So even if you're not going and love to support a good cause to help give food to those in need this holiday season, hook up with us. Reach out to us, Twitter, right there, Big Time Val, Miguel Z Val. Let us know, valuewrestling@gmail.com. Get us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook post. Get a hold of us and say, hey, I got some stuff for you guys you can take up there. We want to load up a car. I mean, we already have a car loaded when we go to these shows because, man, do we load up a car. And we got to take the biggest car we have, which is usually my car. I know Mr. Z offered one time, but I'm kind of like, I don't know if we could fit everything in your car. It would take a work of art. But we'll be happy we'll be happy if we can fill the car up with canned food in our gear and we have to ride uncomfortably up to the show for an hour drive. I will totally go for it. I will do it. Even if it's the worst drive ever. But I mean, if that means we're making sure that everybody is getting some good grub this holiday season, that somebody's going to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner, a nice Christmas dinner, or a couple of nice dinners in between, or hopefully into the new year. I'd hope to be able to feed everybody for the whole year. I mean, that would be the amazing goal to do. So either come out to SPW on November 17th or reach out to us. We will pick this food up. We will work with you. We will tell you where we can meet you. We will work out something if you're willing to help us out with the donations. Let's get some food out to people.
Well, it's like I said, we're gonna fill truckloads. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure everyone gets fed.
Exactly. It's gonna be a fun time. SPW, still hungry. You're gonna still be loving it, and you're gonna be hungry for more. And then you can come back the next month, which will be the holiday show, which should be a lot of fun. And if you're still hungry after Still Hungry on the 17th, you can join us in Vacaville on the 23rd, that following Saturday for Ugly Dojo's major event up there. That's going to be big. That's going to be at the Community Center. I don't have that information in front of me. I probably should pull it up. If you give me 1 second, I will get right there. Maybe. Give me one second.
I mean, hell, like we said, we're going. The minute we said we're going out that way, the first thing Mrs. D says, hey, I know someone that lives there. You could just drop me off so I get babysat. So I was like, all right, we got you.
Yes, Ugly Dojo Wrestling coming to you Saturday, November 23rd at the Three Oaks Community Center, 1100 LML Drive, Vacaville, California. Adults, $20 for that show, $15 for kids. Doors open at 6:30. Bell time is 7 p.m. Late show on that one, but it's going to be a great show. Ugly Dojo Wrestling, I mean... Matthias, Travis Alexander, Bobby Callahan, Loverboy Leo, Chima, Malcolm Flex, the South Pacific Savages are enough of a reason to go. The son representing the Ugly Dojo, Bishop Dorian, going to be there. Dorian Gray and Gia Jewel. Lou Devereaux versus our buddy, the boy, the Dark Fox Lumide. Chupacabra versus Dante Daring. Of course, Dante Daring's partner, Chima, going to be there in action. Of course, the Ugly Dojo Championship match is going to be on the line. Surza versus Jason Xavier, who we all know and love. Lots of names. This is going to be a stacked house card. This is going to be a stacked show. You want to come out and see that. And we've talked about the SPW show. It's going to be some great stuff. It's going to be an amazing time. Definitely well worth it. And briefly, let's talk about it. Former SPW star Cartwheel Jack Summit, formerly known as Jack Cartwheel, is now WWI'd. So that is awesome. And Frosty!
Yeah.
Straight Frost, the Frost Experience, the man, the myth, the legend, SPW, a member of Honor Society. We got something for you right here. We heard through the grapevine somebody is celebrating a birthday. So Mr. Z,
Ooh.
for the Frost Man. I guess there's only one thing we can do. And it's a 1, a 2, a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Frosty Ass. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, big man, Drake Frost, the Frost Daddy, the Frosty Ass. So many names, the Frost Experience. Just don't be on this bad side. We love ourselves some Frost. Happy birthday, good sir.
Not when you have a lariat like Stan Hansen. You don't want to make that man mad.
No. SPW still hungry. We have Chima and Dante Daring going at it after Daring turned on Chima at Ghouls, Frights, and Wrestling Tights. The Dark Fox Illuminate defending that SPW championship against the Metal Mechanic Bobby Callahan. And Jack Tracy defending the SPW Extreme title against our buddy Daniel Torch. And of course, the debut in SPW of the one and only from El Paso, Texas, Mexi Macho Tortuga. I wonder if he will have the lordships or if we need to bring the lordships with it. And of course, announced today in a major match, the Honor Society of Sir Samurai and our buddy, happy birthday, Drake Frost and Eliza Hammer in a 6-person tag match will be taking on Chris Blaze, Patrick Fitzpatrick, and Mustafa Saeed. Can't wait to see Saeed and Frosty get in the ring together. That's going to be a battle. Can the ring withstand the bulk there?
I don't even know anymore. That's going to be a hell of a match.
Yes.
And that's for that's a trios title match, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think there's any title on the line there.
Title on the line for that one.
Let me look into that one more time. Yes, okay, SPW Trios Championship match. Yes, the Trios Champions, the Honor Society, going to defend their titles against the 3 of Chris Blaze, Patrick Fitzpatrick, and Mustafa Saeed. You are correct, sir. So, I mean, 2 big events coming up, a whole bunch of other stuff coming up after December even. We got Lucha Santa coming on December 8th. SPW does every 3rd Saturday. We don't know what other shows or things are going to pop up in between here and there. We have a lot of people talking to us when you're talking to a lot of people. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know exactly when it is, but I'm sure Mr. C knows when the King of the Indies takes place.
Oh, my goodness. I'll have to find that information up, but that'll be definitely...
Who knows if we'll wind up there, but
we got
a lot of great stuff going down.
King of the Indies, that's a staple. That is a staple of any independent weekend. So just the names alone, and we don't even know who's on the card mainly. So I'll have to look that up so we can get that information out to you guys. We'll hopefully find it by Sunday when we come back and wrap that all nice big box for you.
Yes. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for being here. We appreciate you. This was your SmackDown post-show review. We broke down SmackDown, talked about a little other stuff. And we'll be back Sunday night with your weekly roundup podcast. We're going to talk about everything that went down this week in professional wrestling. We're going to talk more about indie wrestling. We're going to talk about value wrestling. We're going to talk about so much. We're going to get you prepared for the next week's show. This next Sunday is going to be SPW's Still Hungry. So be here on Sunday night, 8 p.m., and we'll be here. Tell them good night, Mr. Z.
Yep. Good night, folks.
We'll see you on the next one.